everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is me Vidya from Millennial Mommyhood, and in my today's video I'm going to show you something really nice. So today in video I'm going to show you what tactile boards are all about and how this tactile board can be easily used and made at home. And it's a Montessori material. If you're going to buy from the market, you can do that, but there are easy ways of making it at home itself. So in this video I'm going to show you the same thing. Firstly, starting with what tactile boards or touch boards, rough boards, smooth board is all about. So these are different kinds of boards in which different textured materials will be stuck, basically a rough one and smoother one, and child, by using his sense of touching, he will understand that this is rough, this is smooth, this is rougher, roughest, and so on. So in market you will have different varieties of tactile boards or tablets, wherein there'll be wooden pieces with different kinds of things stuck on top of that, and the child basically touches and differentiates between them. Now this can be very easily made at home, and that is what exactly I have done. So I'm going to tell you how I made this, and also I'm going to show you that tell you that what are the other ways that you can easily make these kind of touch boards. So this is the thing that I've done. So all I have done is I've taken these kinds of cardboard pieces. I've wrapped it with black because the cardboard pieces came from a packaging and it had prints on top of it. So I didn't want an extra distraction. So I covered it with black paper and I've stuck it like this. If you don't want to cover, you have a good one, then you can definitely do it on top of that. So it's like a work reduction over there. Now on this, what I have done is I'll show you the first one. So basically three things are made. This is the first board, and the first board basically have two surfaces. That's it, the rough one and the soft one. So for the rough one I have used the usual thing that you get for kitchen, like for cleaning the dish, like your utensils and other things. You can easily get it for 10 rupees. So I had the thick one and I have split it into parts, and I have used, because the thick one, it was very thick and I didn't want it that thick thing on top of it, so I've kind of sliced it. You can easily peel it off by using your fingers and just put it into different boards. So this is that part, and this serves as a rough surface, and this is the smooth surface. It's actually a very smooth piece of paper, like the GSM paper and all that you will get. I got it in one of the activity boxes, so I use that. You can use any old flash card. You can just reverse and you can stick it, or you can simply use any smooth material. Just go around your house and find, you'll have so many options to put on. Just search for something which is very smooth and stick it over here. You don't have to worry about the color, nothing, because the basic things, which is the basic sense which is developed through this, is the sense of touching and feeling and understanding, basically the tactile part. So you don't have to worry about how beautiful it looks or how cute it looks and so on. This is the second board. The second board consists of alternative surfaces, but the same thing what we did in the first board. This one is kind of the same thing but in an alternative fashion. Basically in this, what is happening is that we have this rough surface followed by a smooth one, then a rough one, then a smooth one. So it's like four, wherein two are rough and two are smooth. I have used the same material over here again. Coming to the last part, this is the last one, wherein we have something like smooth, then we have rough, we have rougher, roughest. So this is like, how do we say, a very gentle gradation of the textures. Again, you can just go around the house, search for things that are with you. The things which I've used, these two things you already know. These are this one is paper and this one is that cleaning thing. This is a towel. You can see over here, it's somewhat like this, and this is a like the bag, the shopping bag that you usually get when you're going to buy some fruits or vegetables. I took that part. You need to sense and understand that which is the roughest thing that you can use, which is the little less rougher thing that you can use, and so on. So it's totally up to you. Now, so this is the method that I have used to make these rough and smooth tactile boards at home with whatever was available with me. So these are the things that I made completely with the things that were available at my house, because I didn't want it to go out. I couldn't go out and buy things, and I was like, okay, let me do a little bit of searching around and I'm sure that I'm going to get things. So I made it like this. Now you can make the same board by using different methods. So let me tell you that now. So this is the first method. The second method is very easy. It's very neat also. It's by using sandpaper. So you know what is sandpaper? Like before painting, people usually scrub the walls using a kind of special paper, and that is called sandpaper. It's pretty rough. You get different types of sandpaper. In case you don't get different types of sandpaper, you can take normal sandpaper and to make it like little less rougher, like for the last board, for this kind of thing. If you're not getting different types of sandpapers, you can just take a sandpaper, and when you rub a lot on some surface, it starts becoming like kind of smoother and smoother, and you can use that. The back side of the sandpaper also is kind of a rough structure, but not as rough as the front part. So you can tweak around, and you can search and look for certain things. So using a piece of chart paper, or maybe a paper, or maybe as I told you, the back of a flashcard or anything, the smooth part, and using not transparent, using sandpaper of different types on the other part is something which you can do. Now this is something which you can easily skip. It's not much needed, because this is definitely not something which is going to suit my child, who's around 2.5. I need to have like only these two first things are the one which he can understand at this point. So even if you're not able to get this part and you're skipping and doing only the first two part for now, that's pretty fine. When the child is little grown, you can teach him different kinds of material, like this is rough, this is rougher, this is roughest, and so on. Now a very important thing that you need to understand in this part is that all these things can also be done without the use of any board, and that is my third method. So third method is just take a basket and put different kinds of materials, like take silk, nylon, cotton, wool, so different kinds of texture, and let the child explore. Good in the part of exploring, but why it is suggested to put in these kinds of board is that it's fixed, and the child cannot just it's a kind of order, right? We have like rough, smooth, and then that other one is like a smooth gradation, and this one is like two different things. That is not possible if you are like randomly giving different kinds of materials. But yes, to stimulate the sense of touch, and for them to feel different kinds of textures, you can just do that also. You can have different types of fabrics, and you can give the child to explore, and that is also something really Hope this video was useful, and you will try to make these kinds of tactile boards, or rough and smooth board at home with whatever things that you have in your house. Trust me, you don't need to go and buy things that are there in the market, though I am very good at hoarding things, but I'm a big fan of doing DIYs, and that makes me a lot happier. So you can actually make these things. Just take some little amount of time and patience, and search around the house and get the things, and just start with it. Hope this video was useful. As I told, if you liked it, please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel if you have not done, share it with your friends, and just make sure that these kinds of video reaches more and more people, so that all those people, it's a very common what do you say, a very common confusion that people usually have, that Montessori is such a good method, but Montessori is very costly, and that notion have come into people's mind just because of the cost of things that are available in the market. Not saying that they are wrong, because making those things require a lot of investment, and I am there. I have a lot of materials under Millennial Mommyhood also. I'm launching few toys as well, like few educational materials as well. So I understand the cost of production, but if you are able to do it at home, if you don't think that you can invest that much on something which is made from the market, there are always options to do things at home, and that is how I'm helping you. So hope it will help you. In my next videos, I will come up with more Montessori things that can be easily made at home. You don't have to worry, you don't have to invest anything, just use a bit of time, a bit of patience, and a bit of creativity, and bang, it's done. So bye bye.